Welcome everyone. Welcome to another review. This is MetalCanyon and we'll be reviewing a game called Generation Zero by Avalanche Studios. The people that brought you Mad Max, for example, a very good game. And this is a little bit different because it is a first-person shooter set in the 1980s in Sweden, where a bunch of robotic, I don't know, military robots have apparently taken over and are killing everyone, including you, who are a kid, pretty much. Because this is a single-player slash multiplayer game. It's a single-player where anyone can join for a up to 4-player co-op. But without me talking about this, let's actually press continue. And I will immediately go into multiplayer and change this to invite only. This is a really weird part, by the way. If you want to play the game yourself, every time you continue, you will have to go into the multiplayer options when you actually are in the game and change the who can join to invite only, and then press apply. And there's really no feedback to this. You know, you press apply, there's no click, there's no okay, so you have to double check if it's actually invite only. It's kind of annoying. I mean, I know that the game is built sort of around co-op, but if you like to play these sorts of games yourself, because, you know, it gives you more of an isolated feel, it's a bit weird. Oh, bloody hell, what do we have around here? So anyway, this is the map of the game. And it's quite huge, I have to say. I've been playing the game for, I don't know, it must have been like 14 hours by now. And you start over here in this safe house. And I've only made my way through all of this so far. And now I'm here. And there's a lot more to the map here. And you can already hear that I think we're surrounded by enemies. Yep, there we go. There's the... that thing on the UI above the targeting reticle that appears is the machines getting aware of your presence. So if that gets yellow, they'll be... Ooh, yeah, they're very close. They'll be very aware of me. And if it gets red, they're attacking you. So, the premise of the game is, well, you're trying to survive, and you're trying to find out just what has happened. And because you're a kid, of course you're going to be, you know, decking yourself out and with various weapons. So I've got this silenced pistol here. I've got a machine gun of some sort, or assault rifle, and I've got a sniper rifle. This is really, you know, it depends on you what you're gonna get. I'm not gonna get these fireworks and such. I've got enough. I'm gonna get all this stuff. So what I'm doing here is looting. There's a lot of visual stuff like this makeup. There's a lot of other visual stuff like this next chain. And this is an adrenaline shot, which is useless if you're playing single player. So I'm only gonna get the simple first aid kit, which of course is useful for me. And the UI it's really a bit weird. Let me just go out here to show you a little bit how this works. Where are they? Okay, there's... I think it's one of the dogs. I like to call them dogs. Come on. So that might have looked very quick. There's more of them around here. Actually, I'm gonna try getting away here. I'm gonna loot this one very quickly. Oh. Ooh. Might not end well. This might not end well at all. Come on, run. Use the first aid kit. Also, another thing I have to do is reduce the volume. Where are they? I think you can already tell that this game can be very atmospheric. That's what you get. There's the other one. Thank you very much. Now that's the vision modes I was going through. That's one of the upgrades. I've picked off one of the bigger enemies. But yeah, I was talking about the UI. This is one of those games where I might go all, you know, all over with my commentary, because there's just a lot to say. I'm going to loot these guys. The dogs, as I like to call them. Yeah, the UI is kind of weird. When you loot something, there's no hotkey right now for looting. You have to actually click take all with your mouse, or select the items you want to take with your mouse. What is that? Where are they? There's something there. It might be one of those flyers, but I'm... Okay, yeah, it's a flyer. That's fine. I believe they will call for help. They spot me. So I'll try to avoid it for now. And there's another one. Very close by. Let me close the doors. So I can finally talk about the UI. Yeah, so let's go and loot something. In this house. Oh, there they are. Brilliant. Now they're calling for help. So if there are any robots nearby, they will gladly join the party. Which is bad news for us, of course. I don't think there's much around here, really. Okay, let's finally talk. Man, this people are gonna get mad about this review because I'm just all over the place. So UI, there's not much. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to loot this, right? Take all. It says your inventory is full. Please drop items or free up some space. Okay, so we have to free up some space. But if you wanted to just take everything, for example, with a hotkey, that's not really possible, and it doesn't seem to be possible in the settings either. There's the strafing stuff, fire, aim, reload, sidearm, cycle vision mode, open main map, chat log. There's no option for that. I mean, sure, you know, they can add that with a patch, but it's very strange that that's not available. So, for example, if you're in the midst of a fight and you want to loot something quickly, you cannot even just walk away, for example. There you go. This is my mouse, and I'm trying to walk away to close the menu, but no, you have to move your mouse to done to get away from that little sub-menu. So, for example, I want to take this and maybe the shotgun silencer. There we go. So the UI definitely could use a bit of work. If I go into the profile over here, this is also kind of weird. You collect various things with which you can customize your character. So, for example, I've got this military cap over here, but I could change it over to a mohawk, or maybe a backwards cap, which is in a black and white, dark green, red white, pink white, blue white. You know, that's pretty nice. So you can show off your loot to your friends. Now, some of the stuff doesn't really do anything, but some of this stuff does, like the jackets, shirts, and such. The stuff that has a plus next to it will say visibility, or explosion resistance, or noise reduction, fire resistance. Some of them also have bullet resistance and impact resistance. There you go. So if I equip this, for example, I now have some bullet resistance, but there's really no way to tell. There are no overall stats that would tell you just how resistant you are overall to bullets or fire, or, you know, what your noise or visibility profile are. And it seems that all of the stuff that I looted so far has this exact same thing. The bar is halfway full, and it's either visibility or noise reduction, or, you know, so on and so forth. So I don't really know what's up with that, and I have these lovely purple-white shoes because they're the only ones that have a visibility reduction. That doesn't mean much, though, because the machines are very, very good at spotting you, whether they're looking at you or not. Which kind of makes sense, I suppose. Hello. You know, they've got sensors, and you only have ears and eyes. So I'm fine with that. And it is, when you get used to the game, it is possible to avoid them. Although sometimes that does get a little bit tricky, as I will explain. If you crouch, you have the best chances of avoiding attacks. What the hell? I took him out quickly. What the hell happened there? I've never gotten them down that quickly. But then again, I usually didn't attack them with the assault rifle. I usually use my silenced pistol, which does have less of a stopping power. So this is the main part of the game. You go around and you loot stuff. Ooh. A Sjöquist. Wow. I've never seen that before. Unfortunately, I do have to get rid of some of this stuff. Why do I have 3 of these hunting rifles? I didn't realize I had 3 of them. Oh no, wait a second. Oh, I already have a Sjöquist semi-auto. Okay. Never mind. We won't use it then. So the game has a full day and night cycle, which is very nice. I like that. At night, the machines have more of a problem detecting you at range. Of course, when you get closer, all bets are off, and you better start crouching and moving quietly if you want to survive. Something big is moving there. Somewhere over there. But we can safely sprint right now. Let me just check this again. Yeah, let's go this way. I've never gone this way before. And right at the beginning, when I started playing this game, I was a little bit disappointed in how it looked. It didn't really look that pretty. But this game has... It's two-sided. It's very, very much two-sided in many things. So as you can see, if I sprint, it will detect me. So now it's... And it's thinking, did I hear something or not? And it's actually probably looking towards me. I do not want to take that thing on. Definitely not, even though I do have various weapons and tools at my disposal. But anyway, yeah, the game didn't look that great, and I was very confused about that, because a few years ago when I played the Mad Max game, it looked absolutely fantastic. Despite the fact that it was mainly, you know, made for consoles. But it just looked absolutely fantastic and run beautifully. I was very, very surprised by how nice it was. So I was expecting this to be more of the same. Very nice graphics, very nice effects. And I do have to say that the effects are very nice. The explosions, the fire... That's creepy. I think that's one of the rocket ones. And as much as I was disappointed with the looks of the game in the beginning, I have to say that when the sun or the moon are low on the horizon and you get lots of reflections and specular stuff, it can look absolutely epic. Some of the lighting effects are very, very amazing, and I hope that I'll be able to show you this. I don't know what time it is. I don't think there's any way to check time in the game. So never mind that. There we go. We've got a flashlight as well. But yeah, this is what you do. You run around and you try to find better stuff, better weapons, better ammunition, medkits and such. Oh, I'm already full now. Brilliant. Well, there's a Magnus, which is pretty much a Magnum, but it's in poor shape and I'm just completely full. There's a radio that you can use to call your friends to your position, because there is fast travel. I can fast travel to any of the safe houses at any time I want by just going here and clicking on it and clicking fast travel. I won't do that now. I believe I haven't used that in combat yet, but I should probably try. Take all that ammunition. Now, ammunition, it's sort of weird. It seems like you would never really hurt for ammunition, but let me tell you, some of these, or a lot of these robotic enemies are absolute bullet sponges. Look at this, for example. The moon is rising over there. Look at this. The specular stuff. The shadows are a bit weird, but it looks absolutely epic at times. And when you're out in the fields, and the fields are sort of soggy and muddy, and the light shines on them, the moonlight, it just looks amazing. I stood there watching it going, wow, that looks amazing. And then, you know, when the sun is high on the sky, sometimes it just looks a bit ugly. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. So anyway, let's talk about the actual gameplay. I was super excited, super hyped about this game, because I said, this is amazing. This is one of those things I have always wanted. A isolated post-apocalyptic game where you're sort of hunted by these robotic enemies, or, you know, monsters. What is that? Stables key. Oh, I was already here. I already did this. I remember. That's why the key was actually, uh-oh. That's why the key was actually invisible there. There's a robot right there. I do not want that thing to see me. Although I could try to take it on to show you something. But yeah, unfortunately, the game is a little bit of a disappointment. Because if you play alone... Hello. The sounds are great, by the way. The sound effects, the sounds, and also the music, very nice. Very high quality. I like it. Could I take this guy out? Answer, no. That's so cool, though. You know, like I said, this is one of those things where I always wanted a post-apocalyptic thing where you have to survive and hide from these horrific enemies. And this is exactly it. There's a lot of things out there that will, well, everything pretty much will hunt you and try to kill you as efficiently and as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, like I said, it's a bit of a disappointment. There's several faults with the game. One of the big ones being bugs. This game is buggy as heck. Which is especially evident when you're fighting some of the bigger robots. Almost all of the robots move in a pretty jerky fashion at times. Now, that robot that we watched back there, that was fluid and nice, but a lot of the times... Come on. Am I hitting it or not? There we go. See that sparks? That was beautiful. Oh, look, there's some of the specular stuff I was talking about. Now, you know, that robot had pretty fluid movement, so you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? It looked great, it looked fluid. And these flyers as well, yes, but when you actually start actively fighting them, and you're hiding in houses, which is, you know, most likely what you will do because you are horribly underpowered compared to some of these robotic enemies. The dogs in these flyers I can kill very quickly, yes, but some of these big ones, they will take maybe half of your entire ammunition for a single weapon. Everything that you have, including, you know, grenades and then med kits and so on and so forth. They will be difficult, and if you don't hide, you will die. So, naturally, you will be hiding throughout buildings, bunkers, and so on. And what will happen is that the enemies will not only sometimes see you and shoot you through walls. If you get too close to the walls, they might also attack you in melee through walls. They will poke their limbs and such through walls, and sometimes you can actually hurt them by shooting at those exposed parts through walls. And they will jerk all over the place. There were so many times What was that? Oh, okay, that's a smoke. There were so many times, I cannot even count, when I was fighting robots and I destroyed one of them and it got one of its limbs stuck inside a wall and then just going blah, 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 blah. You know what happens in games when a limb gets stuck in a wall and the ragdoll is just going crazy. And that happened way too often than I would really like to see in a polished game. The other major problem, apart from bugs, is that, unfortunately, with this giant map to explore, absolutely giant, I mean, I cannot even imagine how many hours it will take me to do all of this. There's really not much to do. you do get missions and tasks every now and then. But as you walk through these buildings, there's really not a lot to do. You walk through the buildings, and a lot of them are copy-paste, unfortunately, so you will immediately recognize, oh, this is this building. I know that the bathroom is here. I know that this will be a dead-end corner. I know that the bathroom will be here. I know that there will be a living slash bedroom here, and that's it. This is one of the smaller ones, which doesn't have a lot over there and doesn't have a balcony. So, you know, copy-paste, that's a bit of a problem. And it's also, there's mostly just loot over here, and sometimes you will get a document or something that will explain what the family has been doing. And then you go into your log over here with your missions. Now I have, where the heck did I get this many missions? That's crazy. But here's where the bugs come in again, and I think this is a bug anyway. See, down here it says stop tracking. So let's press T. Okay, we've stopped tracking these two. Let's start tracking the strength in numbers again. Okay, let's go to the map. Okay, so where is it tracked? Now, it should be tracked over here, in this safe house. And the mission says, clear the area of the machines. Let's locate the safe house location on Nora Saltholmen, which is this one. Oh, wait, no, this is the Divik one. Wait, no, Nora Saltholmen. There we go. And it also talks about the peer ad, the Divik. Blah, blah, blah. Divik's Ude. There we go. Probably somewhere along the shore, not far from Saltholmen Church. And it says, claim the safe house for yourself, which is what I did. Locate the safe house. We did that. And now it says, clear the area of the machines. But first of all, it doesn't track it on the map. So it's not like one of those games that, you know, holds your hand and tells you exactly what to do. It doesn't even tell you where it is on the map. And I know for a fact that I believe this is a bug because when I played in one of the sessions, I had all of the missions being tracked despite the fact that I did not track them. But they were on the map. And now every time consecutively when I've played afterwards, I cannot get any of them to pop up. It's extraordinarily annoying because this is a huge area. And a lot of the times you don't really know where to look. Because, for example, it says, I don't know, some of these are pretty obvious. They say, look at the ruins of Ibelholmen Castle, and, you know, where I got the mission. I know that the castle is over here. This castle, Ibelholmen. But some of the stuff, like road rage. A radio log mentions a military supply convoy getting blocked on the road to Maskar on Nora Saltholmen, then went radio silent. If it's still there, then it might contain weapons and equipment. Locate the lost military truck somewhere along the Maskar road. So, okay, now it's also giving me some information, but, you know, it can be a pretty huge area, and a lot of the times you really don't know where you're going. So that's a bit of a problem. And like I said, there's not really much to do apart from finding loot, ammunition and weapons, and fighting machines. And that's where we come to the third biggest problem of the game, fighting machines. If you're playing this game alone, if you're playing single player, when you first start out, you think, oh, this is so awesome. I got my first machine down. It was a tough fight, but I got it down. And then you will, you know, the first time I almost emptied the clip into one of the dogs, like I said, as I like to call them. But then you will realize that, wait a second, you know, what if I hit this part of the enemy? And that's the nice part of it. Enemies, the robots have various parts to them. And if you hit specific parts, you will do extra damage. You may destroy those components like sensors or weapons and so on. And with the dogs, at least, they've got some sort of a fuel cell at the back that if you shoot, and you've seen me do that, you will cause it to explode and instantly be destroyed. So that's pretty cool. That's, by the way, just a lure. You pick up a radio and then you throw it. I've never actually used that, but it's a lure for the machines. You see, this is, once again, the same. We found that stable key over here last time in the other house. But yeah, this is what you do. You go through the buildings, and the first few times it's very interesting. It's exhilarating when there's robots outside looking for you. But then it just sort of becomes, you know, okay, another house. it's actually come to the point where I usually don't even go into houses anymore because I'm just not really that interested. I might go into like a military building or something if I think that, wow, there should be something special in there. But most of the time, if it doesn't say that there's a mission in the area, I'm just not interested. So like I said, the third biggest problem is fighting the enemies. If you're playing alone, they are bullet sponges. Like I said, some of the smaller guys do have weak points or can be destroyed easily, but some of the bigger robots, especially the hunters, they will obliterate you. If you do not hide, and if you want to take them head on, they will obliterate you very easily. Now, you do have various things at your disposal, like, for example, flares and fireworks, which sort of scramble their targeting systems. Oh, that's a hunter. That is a hunter. Let me show you what happens when you anger a hunter. Now, here's the thing. I believe that this game was designed for 4-player co-op in mind. You're not really supposed to be playing this yourself. Okay, there it comes. So let me use the firework. It doesn't quite know where I am. Okay. Wow. I take it back. Wow. I didn't know I could actually take this one on like that. Maybe I was not using my items to their full potential. But I think my statement still stands. If you're playing alone, you will have a hard time. If I don't use that, for example. How does it not see me? Let's take its weapon off. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. But the problem is, I've used a lot of my ammunition. So, I cannot do this forever. Oh, this guy actually did have a lot of ammunition. When you're in a city that's full of robotic enemies, I'm only at 18 health now, I'm gonna use a few of these kits. When you're in a city full of robotic enemies around you, there is no hope that you can fight all of them at once. Unless, of course, you're hiding in a building and trying to take pot shots at them. But then, you know, all the bugs of jerking and such bite you. And it's not very nice. Let's get this one. Now, normally I wouldn't be doing this. Come on. See, I'm not really sure if there is bullet fall off or not. But sometimes it seems like there is bullet fall off, and sometimes it doesn't. What is this? The effects are absolutely wonderful. Oh, there's a lot of dogs over there. Look at that. There's a lot of them. Let's try to hide. Uh-oh. Let's try to hide. Now, like I said, I do believe that the game was designed primarily with 4 players in mind. You can let random people join you, but I don't think playing with randoms is really an option, because this is a big part of this game is stealth. And if you have a trigger happy guy that's just gonna shoot at everything, it's not gonna be great. And I'm sure some people will do that just to annoy people. So you most definitely have to play with your friends instead of randoms. So that's quite a big downside. I think this weapon is quite powerful. That's why I took them out so easily. See that thing at the back? Ow. Oh, come on. Let me show you something as well. Something quite bizarre. If I go all Rambo... Let's see, where are they? Come on. Hey, man. So, they kill me, right? And I'm downed. I can either revive or abandon. If I press enter, boom! Look at that! I'm revived instantly. And I'm downed again. And I can press enter again. Look at that. I'm downed again. Can we press enter? Oh, there's another one. Hello. And we've killed all of them by being pretty much killed 3 or 4 times. I have no idea whether this is intended or not, but I'm assuming that if you're playing co-op, of course, you get downed and then other people have to help you up with those adrenaline shots. But if you're playing yourself, you can just keep pressing enter and you're invulnerable. Pretty much. I mean, you have unlimited lives. So there is really no repercussions for dying. If you really want to get somewhere, you can just barge through all the robots and keep pressing enter to revive yourself. Yeah, it might take a long time because they'll keep shooting you, but it's absolutely bizarre. I don't really understand it if it's supposed to be a bug or not, because if I go into the skills, there are skill trees, by the way. One of these skills... Survivor. While the survival specialization is active, you may respawn on your corpse once per combat. Only one specialization may be active at a time. So if I had that, which I don't, I'm assuming that this is what I could do. I could revive myself. But it appears that if you're playing yourself, I don't know, it must be a bug. But it's just bizarre. You can just keep reviving yourself over and over again, despite having no skill on. Oh, wow. I haven't seen that before. That's pretty cool. And there's some more dogs over there. So, this is a case in point of why it's so important to temper your expectations about games. You have to temper your hype, otherwise you may get... How am I missing that? Come on. Well, I did miss that. Yes, I know. I was so hyped about this game, and it's a bit of a disappointment. However, having said that, I do believe that if you wait to get this game on a sale, and preferably have some friends to play it with, this could be a blast. Oh, that's a sniper dog. Come on, come here. I like these ones. They're just the right amount of difficulty, I feel. They're fairly easy to kill, but difficult if you miss too much. And they can be a bit of a problem. But yeah, I truly think that if they keep patching this game and giving you something else to do, like, you know, there's no food to take care of, there's no food and drink, there's no crafting, which I think would really benefit this game. Crafting would be fun, I think, with all of these items that you can loot, even though the inventory is very limited. These 2 rows, by the way, are locked as a default. You have to unlock them via skills. And there's various skill trees with quite a few skills. And I'm assuming, you know, this is designed for 4 players, so one can focus on one tech tree and so on to complement the other team. But I think this can be quite a blast with a few friends that know how to play. I mean, you know, have your play style, and you all agree and are on chat. This could be very fun. Oh, wow. I think this is the exact same... Yeah, this is the exact same weapon I'm playing with. But the problem is, I don't know whether it's better than what I have. So I will have to drop one of these to make room. Oh god, this is another problem. It didn't make... It removed the ammunition. Oh, I've got room. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this is 3 stars. Oh, I already have 3 stars. Yeah, this is the same thing. Okay, drop the item and give me this back. This and this. Oh wait, just this. There. You can also open car doors and loot, by the way. But yeah, I mean, this could be such a gem. This has so much potential to be an amazing game. The base is there, but I really honestly think it would need another year in the oven. It's not quite baked through. That's what it would need. Get more features. Get more of everything. The gunplay is excellent. The sound effects are great. The visual effects of the explosions and such, they're very, very good. Okay, I cannot take that. So I'm quite happy with that. Oh, this might be the military convoy. Look at them. Look at them all. Yeah, Erwin. So these guys are attacking all of us. Can I actually attack them? I can, but nothing much seems to happen. That's kind of creepy. And I guess some of them escaped. I don't want to be around here too much... Too long. Let's get out of here. But yeah. This is sad for me to say, because I love the idea. I love how they done the gunplay. I love the robot design and the sound effects and such. There's also big underground bunkers that you have to find, by the way. So there's fairly extensive underground areas that you have to explore. Which can also be very annoying, because there's little spider bots that jerk around, are difficult to, well, talk to the devil, are difficult to hit. Oh, this might be a safe house. And are just generally annoying. Let's see. Is this a safe house? This must be a safe house. Yes, it is. Excellent. So this means that I can now shut off this game, because it only saves every now and then and always places you in a safe house. I can shut it off and I'll be in a safe house here. Otherwise, I would still be, you know, here or here. So this is excellent. Yeah, it pains me to not recommend buying the game just yet. I would say wait a few months for them to patch it, and hopefully they'll work more on it. And if you're really interested in it, get it on a sale, and better yet, get it on a sale with a few friends that would also enjoy it, and I think you could have quite a good blast for fairly cheap. But, well, there you go. That's the Generation Zero. I really apologize about going all over the place with my commentary, but it usually happens. You know, and it's just so annoying. This game, there's so much good in it, but it's like finding a gold bar, but someone's dropped it in a I don't know, septic tank, and you're just not sure if you really want to dive into that septic tank. There's a lot of wrong with it, but I mean, it is a gold bar, so maybe you should wait for someone to empty that septic tank first before you go and get it. That was a really weird analogy. I apologize. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Check out my Patreon while you're at it. It really helps me. And yeah, I'll see you next time in another review or preview or let's play. Bye-bye.